Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited if you are here. I am so excited. Hopefully, I can inspire you for the week. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to Michelle's Inspirational Show. And I hope again that you are blessed and maybe this will kind of make you have a better week. So, I am Michelle Henderson and I am so grateful to be here. I love technology so that I can see who's all out there and say hello. If in the chat, if you are watching this live, that would be fantastic. But if you're also watching it when it's recorded, just say hello. I've seen it when it's recorded, just so that I know that you were here watching. All right. I am so excited about the show. It's more of a show that will inspire you in a way that you'll have to really contemplate questions and really think about it. And sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes we really need to think about life in general. And when you have questions coming your way, everybody thinks of it differently. So there's no right or wrong questions. So again, I am just so excited about this show. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to pull out my PowerPoint so that you can see. And I'm going to become a little bit smaller, but I am still in the picture. I just love it, all the technology. Okay. All right. So if you were with me last week, I had a guest on, Perez Agam, and he is the author of Berlin's Immigration Secrets. And he talked about that he was an immigrant from his native country and that he had to leave and he just felt like he was being called to Germany. And I was really inspired by his story. So I'm thinking, you know what? We can actually extend this story and to see if we are all immigrants. And it will make better sense to you as we get going. So the one thing that he talked about is having an immigration spirit. And what this means is the toughness and mental state of mind of the immigrant to withstand all of the difficulties of the immigration process and to move forward. That is the key to success. But you know what? Are we immigrants? So let's continue this discussion. I absolutely, do you have what it takes to become an immigrant? So he only had one suitcase when he went off to Germany, just one suitcase. So my question to you is, what would you take? Of course, we know that we need to take clothes. We need to take our toothbrush and toothpaste, hopefully. And then if you're taking any medicine or you have those vitamins that you want to take, you need that. And of course, our cell phones and laptops. And then maybe a good book to read or an inspirational book that you want to take with you. And absolutely, but again, you only have one suitcase that you can take. But you know what is very nice nowadays is that we do have a cell phone that we have all of our pictures, all of our family members are on the phone. We can even actually have books on the phone. So what is really nice is there's one place that you can have all of it. But what if you also did not have the technology, right, to have it all? So this reminds me of a game. I used to be a teacher, fourth grade teacher. And this was a game that a lot of the children love to play. And it's called Oregon Trail Game. And what it is it gives you different scenarios, a different storyline, and you are only like able to take 10 things. Of course, they did not have technology back then. So you do not take your telephone on the game, right? So you really have to think about, well, what survival thing do I need to have, right? So you have to really think about survival, especially during that time, right? And then if somebody got sick, you had to find somebody to have medicine. so the Oregon Trail game was really fun. But, nowadays it's just so grateful that we have a cell phone. We can take our photo albums. We can take anything that we have. Back during the pioneer days, it was all on survival. So that is another thing. If you're an immigrant, you've got to think about, well, there are things I need and the things I want, especially if you have one suitcase. And so it kind of made me think as well. Whenever Jesus called his disciples and said, "Come, follow me," what did they have? Of course, they had no cell phone. They had no pictures because I didn't have cameras back then. Of course, I didn't have any television, right? So, they barely, they only had the clothes that were on their backs and their shoes, and they went. And of course, they went town to town and they were able to get food from others, but still, again, that is survival and really having the faith that you have everything that you need. All right. So, I really started thinking, okay, so let's look at a different a different scenario. If we were going out into space and exploring space, and I know it's going to happen soon, right? So, what will you take? Because again, you're not going to be taking everything. And if you think about it, a lot of things that we need are what we want is something that we need, because you absolutely need to be inspired on a daily basis. You need to have pictures of your family. You need to have pictures of your loved one who has crossed over. You need to definitely have maybe an inspirational book, a Bible, or whatever religion that you have. You need something that is there. So again, it's all in, what would I take? And what am I grateful to have to survive? All right. So hopefully you're really thinking about different things. So, and I also thought of another question, and this is totally different. So when you die, what will you take with you? So, of course, we can't take any materialistic things, can we? But are you going to take love, or are you going to take hate? Are you going to take guilt? Are you going to, or jealousy, or compassion? So which way are you, what are you going to take with you? And, it's very interesting if you write your own obituary, and it's very interesting what will come out of how you see yourself. So we have to think of a different way. When I die, what will I also leave behind? Not material things, but hopefully something that you changed the world, or someone that, you left a lot of loved ones that loved you, or maybe you just made the world a better place. So you really have to think about, when you die, what will you take with you, or what will you leave behind? And that is just so important, an inspirational message there. So I found this, and it is so true. So are we spiritual immigrants? So, in other words, we are only here for a short time. That's why life, gives and takes away. And so we are definitely immigrants here on the earth, or somewhere in the universe. There are other immigrants, but we are definitely spiritual immigrants. So I love this. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So think about that. I'm going to reread that and really get that to really inspire you, and think about that. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So again, I think on this earth, we are spiritual immigrants. So I know that's a lot of questions that you really have to think about along the way, but hopefully that will inspire you for the coming week, that you are a spiritual being and you can make a difference, not only in your own life, but life of others. And what are you going to leave behind when you go to your home and to your spiritual home? All right. So next week, I will be having a new guest that I'm excited about, that will help inspire you. And she is actually the CEO and founder of Urban Essence. And so she's going to talk about how it was a difficult journey for her, but her name is Perina Sina, and hopefully I pronounced that correct. But I'm really excited to have her on the show because there are a lot of women out there that are inspired to start their own business. And she's going to talk about all of the things that she went through. And she actually had that. And I want to say that spirit of an immigrant, that she went ahead and continued through the thick and thin, through all the difficult times. She stuck with it. So I'm excited. That will be next week on Tuesday at 2:00. All right. So with this inspiration show, I want to explain that we have two parts. The first part is kind of like an inspiration lesson and hopefully an inspirational message as well. The second part is actually readings. So if you are here and you want a psychic reading, I'm going to say hello to Kimberly. And thank you, Kimberly, for being so patient. Sometimes, I have to think about what I'm saying before I say hello to everybody. So Kimberly, thank you so much for coming. And I hope you are staying cool on this summer day, because I know that is very, very difficult. So to go ahead and start the second show, I have, and always try new things, right? I have a video for you. So here we go to start the psychic reading. All right. I was hoping I'd come back on. All right. So let's go ahead and do readings. So let me know if you are here. And I know that some of you may be listening and may be going, well, I don't know if I should say hello. I want a reading. Yes. So you can go hop on and say, yes, I want a reading right now. And I will suffice as much as we can with the time. All right. So let's do it, Kimberly. All right, working. Yes, of course. I would love a reading. So let's do a reading. And what I started doing, and I really love these cards, just to do something also different online, is I'm using actually the Lenormand cards, and they are so pretty because they were Victorian, and I just love the pictures. So that is the deck that I'm going to be using to go ahead and do the inspirational messages independently. Okay. All right. So Kimberly. All right, Kimberly. And with this, I'm going to pull two cards. And I am, okay. First one, and they're compatible with one another. They kind of tell a story, which I absolutely love. So Kimberly, now this is something that has come up, and I think it's something that you need to continue working on, because I really asked for advice to help you for this week and for coming week. And really the first card that came up is this symbol, and what this symbolizes is tribulation. That you've had a lot of things come your way that have really put you through challenges, and you're going, okay, what's going to happen next? Right? So, but the second card is actually, and it can be a very, very positive card, okay, if you look at it positively. So whenever you look at, oh my gosh, is it ever going to end, with the tribulation? Yes, it is going to end, okay? So within time. And what I'm really feeling with this is that your tribulations, Kimberly, and it doesn't have to be anything, too difficult, just challenging. And I think that these challenges will really stop. But what you have to do first is really looking at how you are being challenged and see what you're learning from them, okay? And you can stop the cycle. If it's something that you keep relearning, you can say, okay, I want to stop the cycle. I want to see what I am learning from the situation. How can you turn it into a positive situation, Okay. So I hope this helps you with the inspiration for this week. So again, for this week, think about what is really challenging you and try to turn that into more positive and say, yes, I love these challenges and I'm going to learn from them so that within time it will stop. All right. All right. Many blessings, Kimberly. All right. I hope that helps you for this inspiration for the week. And again, I just love using these cards. All right. And Kimberly, guess what? You're my favorite guest. You're the number one guest on here. so I appreciate you listening. And you're welcome, Kimberly. So I am going to say goodbye. And remember, I will see you next Tuesday. Have a blessed week and stay inside, stay cool, and keep your energy just as up as much positive energy as you can get, because everybody is, again, a spiritual being, and you are definitely a spiritual immigrant. And you have a good day too, my dear. Have a great day.